Hello, class. Good morning or good afternoon, depending what time are you watching this video. My name is Cristian Rojas Vite, and in today's video, we're going to check how you can speak English, and especially how you can use the first conditional in English. Okay, so here we go. What it is the first conditional? Well, basically, this is an English structure that you can use to create new sentences, and you can express something that may happen in the future. Yeah, so basically it's just like that. Just notice that here, using the first conditional, it is used to talk about things that may possibly happen in the near future. So remember that in this structure, we're going to use the auxiliary will to create the future, the if clause, and of course, everything is related to create new sentences using a very specific English structure that would allow you to create new phrases expressing these ideas. So let's jump into the first example. The first conditional is a structure that we use when we want to talk about possibilities in the present or in the future. In this video, you will learn how to use the first conditional and how it is formed, and especially when you can use it. That's a very important detail. So very easily, I'm going to explain to you the basic structure of the first conditional in English. To create a new sentence using this structure, well, you will always use the if plus a present simple sentence. There is a comma, and you will use this time the auxiliary will to create a future sentence. So yeah, basically, that's all the structure you need to use in order to create a sentence with the first conditional. So now let's check the first example. If you pay attention to this PowerPoint presentation, you will learn English. If you can notice over here in this sentence, we have all the details necessary to create a sentence using the first condition. If you pay attention to this presentation, you will learn English. And basically, that it is a sentence that it is using the first conditional structure in English. So here we have the if clause, present simple sentence, pay attention. Then we have a comma over here. Then we have the auxiliary will. Infinitive. That is all. That exactly allows you to understand with a very easy example the basic structure of the first conditional in English. But don't worry right now, because in the following slides, we will have more examples on how to use this easy structure of the first conditional in English. So let's move on to the next one. Thank you. So here we have some examples, and I'm going to give you some other sentences that are using the first conditional as well. For example, if I win the lottery, I will buy a new car. So we have a picture over here that represents this feeling. If I win the lottery, I will buy a new car. Or either remember that you can also switch the sentences for the ideas. And we will say something like this. I will buy a car if I win the lottery. If I win the lottery, I will buy a new car. Yeah, over here, we're checking how we can use these structures. But remember, something that it is really necessary is that after the if condition, the if conditional, we need to use a present simple sentence. Don't forget that. Remember that this could be in affirmative, in negative, or either it could be a question. So now let's continue with the second example. If she goes to school, she will learn about different subjects. So we're talking about a girl for this classroom, you know. It could be anyone for this classroom, but particularly, I mean, a girl, because we're using the subject she, subject noun she. So maybe we're going to choose this girl with the yellow, uh, what is that? The yellow sweater. Let's suppose it's a yellow sweater. Yeah. If she goes to school, she will learn about different subjects, especially English. So don't forget that if you're learning English at school, pay attention to your English teachers, please, because they are providing you a lot of examples during the class time. So remember to be ready with pen and paper in order to take notes. Yeah, just to remember the information. If she goes to school, she will learn about different subjects like English, mathematics, Spanish, chemistry, physics, biology, informatics, physical education, etc. Right? You may have different subjects at school, so don't worry too much because if you pay attention at school, definitely you will learn how to use this first conditional structure. Let's continue with our next PowerPoint slide. So here we have a very easy example. If you study English, you will pass the TOEFL exam. Yeah, if you study English, you will pass the TOEFL. The TOEFL stands for Test of English as a Foreign Language. And if you know anything else about the TOEFL test, it's a standard TOEFL examination used to check your English level. And then on the second sentence, we have, if he studies English, you know, he, in this case, we're using he as a subject pronoun. So he could be your best friend, any one of your best friends, but it needs to be a man. So for example, let's choose a very easy name. If my best friend studies English, he will pass the TOEFL exam. Yeah, remember the TOEFL exam? It is a standard test for you. You can take anytime, especially here in Mexico, just to prove your English level. And it is evaluating you from A1 level to A2, B1, B2, C1, or C2 English level, depending on the case, on how many points do you need for your different purposes. So you may use a B1 or B2 score in order to do many different things, especially if you're studying at a public university. You may have a B1 or a B2 English level in order to go on an exchange program or just to have access to a scholarship. Or if you want to study outside of Mexico, definitely you should take this exam. So this is the first clause, and this is the main clause. Remember, in the first one, we're using the present simple. And in the second one, if you notice over here, the auxiliary will is because we're referring to the future. So just remember that information, just take into consideration, just take the necessary notes that you may need. And remember that present simple and then future. But also we may switch the order. We can change the order of the sentences. And first we may have the future and after that the present simple. But don't forget that this time we're checking the previous examples in this way. It says, you will pass the TOEFL exam if you study English, or he will pass the TOEFL exam if he studies English very hard. Well, just for you to know that when you are ready to present or to take the TOEFL examination, it's because you have been trained by a teacher or you have learned English by yourself, but especially you need to pay a lot of attention to the listening part because it's the first part that you will face when you go to the TOEFL examination. So let's move on to the next information. It says, if it rains tomorrow, we won't play football, soccer. So now you observe that over here, we're using the present simple tense. If it rains tomorrow, then we have the future, but this time it is negative. Won't play football, soccer. So if it rains tomorrow, we won't play football, soccer. Or if you look at the example and we switch the order, it says the same. We won't play football, soccer if it rains tomorrow, right? Because remember, it could be very dangerous, especially if you're running too much or if you're falling down. So basically, this is why if we won't play football, soccer if it rains, because it may be very dangerous for soccer players to be on the field. And here we have some more examples. What movie will you watch if you go to the cinema? Oh, this is pretty interesting because this time we're using a question. Yeah. What movie will you watch if you go to the cinema? Or what will you do if you don't pass math? Oh, teacher, I don't know, maybe I will need to have I will need to take some extra classes, or I will need to take another test, or I think I should study once again the same subject in the next semester or in the next grade. So basically, this is why I'm telling all my students in class just to pay attention, right? And remember, if I pass my math exam, I will be very happy. Yeah, I will have a lot of vacations. I will enjoy my free time, but only if I pass my math exam. Christian, what will happen if I don't pass the mathematics exam? Probably I won't be very happy because I need to study more and I need to check more examples and I need to take some extra classes. Or maybe I won't have any vacations at all. Right now, I'm not worrying too much because I know that I am very good with mathematics or in my class. Like all of you, I know that you pay attention to your different classes at school. So if you check the example, right, if you take any notes on your notebooks, if I pass my math exam, I will be very happy, or I will have a lot of vacations. Continuing with more examples. Well, if you rest, your leg will be better, especially because you had a car accident and you need to be resting a lot of time, your body especially. So if you rest, your leg will be better, or you will feel better. Yeah. If she eats fruits and vegetables, she will have stronger bones. Yeah. So maybe next time, if you don't want to suffer any injuries, well, you know that you need to eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, right? That's the key. So now let's go to the example number 3. If they go to the library, they will read many books. Yeah, remember that. Maybe you have a school library, and if you go there, if you go to the library, you will read many books, different books about science fiction, novels, about history, maybe about English or any other language that you are learning too. So you remember to consider this special tip, reading will give you a lot of benefits. So now the next sentence. If I wake up early, I will be on time to take the bus. Yeah, especially because here in Mexico, the buses are always on time, so I need to wake up early. And if I wake up early, I will be on time to take the bus to go to school, to take the bus to go to my job, to go to work. If you recycle your own garbage, you will help the planet. Yeah, right now here in Mexico, but not only here in our country, but also in other countries around the world. If you recycle, or if we recycle, you and I, all of us together, right? If we recycle our own garbage, we will help the planet, right? Remember right now, when you go to the supermarket, maybe in the different stores or malls, you're not, you don't have access to ask for a bag, right? Or maybe if you do that, you will need to pay some extra money just in order to have a bag, or just to make you aware that you don't have to contaminate too much, right? So that's like a big campaign here in Mexico right now. If you go to the mall, or if you go to a big store, these big warehouses are not giving you plastic bags anymore, because it's like a big campaign in order to reduce the amount of plastic on the planet, right? And remember, if you don't recycle paper, you will contaminate a lot. Yeah, remember that paper comes from trees. So basically, if you don't recycle paper, you will contaminate a lot, or we will lose more forests and jungles, more trees, right? So that's like a tip. This is like a suggestion for you. Remember that we need to start recycling right now. Whatever it is on your hands, whatever is possible for you, remember just to recycle. For example, you can recycle this video. You can share this video with your friends. You can share this video with your relatives, or just for you. If it is necessary to watch the video once again, do it in order for you to understand correctly the information from the first conditional. But what I recommend you to do it first is to watch a previous video that I just recorded today from the zero conditional. So first, you need to understand what it is the zero conditional, and after that, you are ready to go to the first conditional, but it is this video. So please, just down below, you can find out the specific link for the previous video, so you can check it before to watch the first conditional video. Thank you very much. And now, as you have learned over here in this PowerPoint presentation about the use of the first conditional in English, remember, it is necessary for you to write down your own sentences, to express your ideas, your thoughts, your ideas about the future, right? Just like in the previous slides. And if it is necessary for you, we have the bibliography that you can check on the internet or these specific books. So thank you very much. Remember that right now I'm just starting to record these videos. It's going to be like a series of videos. It's for you, especially if you are ready to start university these days, or if you're entering to high school in Mexico. There is an examination that you need to do, the Examin 1 or the Examin 2 exam. If it is your case, please, you may watch these two videos in order for you to remember the basic structures for these activities. Well, basically, that's all for this video. Thank you very much. Remember to watch the entire video, and if it is extremely necessary, you may watch the first video about the zero conditional in English, where it is providing you more examples, easy sentences for you to understand. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Christian Rafapite, and I will continue uploading some content over here in this channel. So please, if you have any friends or any relatives or colleagues that are studying English, you suggest them this YouTube channel, because right now these are some of my first videos on this channel. Of course, when I have more time in my entire schedule, I will start uploading more videos and also more content for you, just for free. Because I wanted all students from the different schools here in Mexico, especially if you're studying primary, secondary school, preparatory, or if you're going to university, you may understand that it is really necessary for all of us, for all of you especially, to speak English if you want to go on an exchange program, or if you want to present a TOEFL test, or a Cambridge examination, or any other English exam in order to prove your English level. But as a matter of fact, one of the most important skill is listening and speaking. So right here, you were practicing these skills. Of course, you were practicing reading, grammar, and writing, because I know that you were taking notes during this video. So thank you very much for paying attention. I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye for now. Thank you so much. Just remember to click in the like button over here and to share the video. This will help me a lot. So have a good day. Thank you very much. Goodbye.